I feel like it goes overlooked, but I mean, the other part of that is maybe Christmas just isn't as popular as it used to be, so I don't see it as often. But
Okay.
manger displays, like nativity
Oh,
scenes,
interesting.
that's something that like I'm not even a super religious person, but I like them. Like they're
All right.
I can tell you like when I would set them up as a kid, like it was like setting a stage, right? Like
Okay.
you're
Yeah, yeah,
setting
yeah.
the scene, like there's a lot of options to how where you could put the camels and the lambs. Where do the how do you fit in, the three magi? Do you have them really up front near the baby, or do you take them further back
If you put
as
them
they're like
further in
coming
back,
in?
it's a little bit more creepy. It's almost like they're, hey, what's going on over there? Don't let them
It's
know
like
we're here. But
foreshadowing.
that's interesting. It never would have struck me that you would be a manger guy. Um,
Yeah,
it,
I think it's explicitly because of that, like it's composing a panel in the sense of as an
I
analogy
was
to
gonna
like
say
comic, and you can kind of
it's the
rearrange the
composition.
yeah.
That's interesting. So, do you have a set composition that you enjoy seeing, like other than the wise guy or the wise guys, the
The wise
magi,
guys, I like the
the
wise
wise
guys.
guy?
The three wise guys.
Do you have a favorite composition that you like? If you were to arrange it now, what would you go for?
Oh, I probably will too when I go to visit my mom, but probably. I mean, there's certain things that are kind of locked in, right? Like Mary and Joseph are gonna be right up front,
Sure.
and you have the manger, and then where the options start to settle in is you have all the other things like you got all the animals, and depending on what your nativity scene's like, you might have like my mom has one that's like she has a couple of camels, which is not something I often see. Like in nativity scenes. I don't even know if that makes sense historically, like that there would be camels. Like, because I
Did
think,
the three magi ride them to
oh, you
him?
know what? That's what it is. I think they're the Magi's camels.
Okay,
So that's really important to think of that storytelling, right?
there you go.
Because you just have the camels on the opposite side with like some random, people. Because there's always like one or two people who are like, oh, these are the innkeeper and his, buddy or whatever, and then there's some lambs, some mules, things like that. So storytelling wise, I guess you would have the mules pretty up close because I want to say Mary rode a mule into Bethlehem, right? So their mule would be pretty nearby. The lambs, I guess, would be within the inner circle of the manger, and then after that, once again, the magi thing becomes kind of complex because, like you said, it can get creepy. Like,
Yeah, it's a question of you want them involved, but you don't want them center stage. You kind of
yeah,
need to fill out the background a little bit with something going on, but you also don't want them social distancing because that's a little weird. Uh, then it just looks like you're trying to fill it, like you hired extras and like only three people showed up and two of them are from the crew, and it's just like you stand there, you there. See, I would be thinking all about the eye lines. I would be trying to like divert the attention straight forward towards the manger. Does that make
oh,
sense?
yeah. I think I see what you're saying. Like in terms of, well, so here's the other thing: is like, would you be composing it just as kind of flat stage, or you know what I mean, like theater stage, or like more
Mhm.
open it up a little bit, amphitheater style, perhaps?
Probably amphitheater style. I mean, it depends on what you have to work with, but I'm a bigger kind of guy in terms of like go big or go home.
Yeah.
So if I can dance it up so that there's depth in the frame, so to speak,
Yeah,
that's the way I'm going, 100%.
that
Now,
makes sense.
are you a you can't put the baby in the manger until Christmas person? Is
No,
that like
no, the baby.
sacrilege to you, or
No,
the
the
baby goes
baby's
in whenever you
manger
set it up?
all the time, all the time. But I mean, I'm
Because I
from
know some.
Louisiana. We do weird things like putting baby Jesus in cake, you know? So like,
Wait, what? When does that happen?
that's Mardi Gras. So I mean, I
Really?
don't know if they do this all the time now because of stuff like choking hazards, but pretty traditionally, the Mardi Gras cake has a baby Jesus in it, and if you get the slice with the
Okay.
baby Jesus in it, you have to buy the next Mardi Gras cake.
That's hilarious. How have I never heard of
I
this?
don't know.
That's incredible. And it's like
It's
a little, like a baby Jesus about the size of what? Like between your thumb and forefinger, or?
it's about yay big, like tip of the index
Oh,
finger. Yeah, it's not
uh,
big. That's why I say it's kind of a choking hazard, right? It's like
that's
kind
like
of tiny.
borderline. That's like not baby Jesus. That's like fetus Jesus. Like
Yeah,
that's like
embryo Jesus.
okay.